Well, this is something a little bit different, isn't it? It's been quite a while since we had an older car like this on the channel, but definitely never ever seen one of these on the channel, and I don't think I've ever seen one pop up on the internet either. So really, really nice Mondeo ST220. Let's get Ricky unloaded. If anyone needs recovery, his number's on the door there in the southeast. Let's get him out and take a look. I know everyone has just seen that being unloaded and you're going to be desperate to get on it, but if I don't mention it, Chris, somebody is going to.
Yeah.
It's actually the 160.
The one to have back in the day.
The one to have back in the day. Now, I actually got given this car. I got asked to remove it, and someone used to practice learning to drive around their garden in it.
Right.
And it has just been left. And honestly, the whole car, I was going to keep it as a track day car.
Yeah, yeah.
The whole thing was flexing as I was pulling it on. It is absolutely hanging in half, rotten as a pear. So that is going down to Reclamet. It is complete scrap. So, mate, Mondeo, you're going to know more about these than me. I know that they used to have a real good following back in the day.
Quick old car, they are.
Quite rare now.
I'm sure the police had them for a bit, didn't they?
Did they?
Well, I wouldn't know, but
no, I wouldn't.
Know.
I've never been chased by the police.
Yeah, really quick car back in the day, Rob.
Is it a 3 litre V6 or a 2.5 or
3 litre?
I genuinely don't know.
Yeah, 3 litre.
But mate, you never know what you're going to get offered.
No.
And look.
No. I like it.
It is. Do you know what it's got? I'm going to say it, Chris. I went all silent there because I was trying to work out how to tell you. Obviously, you've been inside doing something else. This car's got a huge problem already. And that is, Ricky just unloaded it. I said, does it start? And he said, Rob, when I picked it up, the guy said, it definitely did run.
Right.
It's just been sat in his garden for quite some time. They've winched it on. And as soon as it's got here, I've opened the bonnet. I've chucked the jump pack on it. And this is an old school error. You're going to know what I mean straight away. As soon as I put a jump pack on it, what do you think happened? The car locked itself, central locking.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
Now try and undo it with that key. No, the battery's dead, so the button won't work.
Right.
Try and unlock it with that key.
What, unlock the car?
Yeah.
So I guess the central locking won't work.
The central locking won't work.
Deadlocked.
It's deadlocked, and I've locked the car. So we're going to undo the bonnet just before we move on. Sorry.
I'll take it that's one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get the jump pack on it, and then you can try and unlock the car. What a nightmare. I couldn't believe it when I done it.
So I can't use that finger, so
no.
I have to be...
You got that for a sec?
Is that going to stay? No, that's not going to stay there.
No,
yeah,
just
look at that. Duratec 3 litre V6.
Oh, it is a 3 litre, yeah. Honestly, I've never had one and never even considered looking at one, if I'm going to be completely honest. So I didn't really know what it was. Right, ready? On that button? Try it.
Yep. Nothing.
So the battery's dead in that key as well. Mate, that was a bad start to a video. I've locked the car. We've got a flat back.
I wish she's opened. She's opened.
Do you want to try and start it?
Yeah.
Let me boost this up. Yeah, try it.
I'm guessing there's oil in it.
I think the alarm's going off, Chris, all the hazards are on, but...
Yeah, that's not gonna work, is it? You ready?
Yeah.
You are.
On the button. Shall I leave it a minute or take the jump pack straight off?
Leave it a sec.
It's just I've got to hold this bonnet up so rams are not good. Let's just try it. Well, it stayed running. Let's have that off then. Do you know what? People are going to kick me in the comments. I ain't even checked the oil and water.
No, it's got a bit of petrol in it.
82,000. Oh, that sounds nice, Chris.
Lovely,
Let me give you that. Let me go around the back.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds really nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll be surprised how these get up and go.
It's lovely inside, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
So Mark, who we bought it off, and he said that seat has got a little rip in it.
I'm all filthy though. I've just
Mate, it's going to have to be cleaned anyway. The whole car's green. It's been sat. See the little rip?
Yeah.
Which is a shame.
Yeah.
Is that the hazards going or the alarm?
Alarm, I think, mate. Yeah, I think it's alarm.
Yeah, this is nice, Chris, isn't it?
It is lovely, mate.
Right, yeah, so, anyway, stop driving it. I won't shut that door. Hang on. I can now. He stopped driving it after it was MOT'd, and you can see it just literally just hasn't been used.
No.
It's just been sat on his driveway. I don't think there's going to be a great deal to do to it. Yeah, they're sticking out a long way, aren't they?
It's got wheel spacers on it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's got colour-coded brake pads and all by the look of it.
Yeah. But you can see from them discs it stood for a while, can't you?
Yeah. But
Tyres look well though.
It's MOT.
Isn't it? It's got a lovely set of tyres around it.
That was rolling then, I haven't even put the handbrake on. And it's locked itself again.
That's your track day car, mate.
No, you wouldn't want to wreck it, would you?
No, you wouldn't actually.
It is. What is that, 56? One more year, that's a modern classic, isn't it? 20-year-old, or is it 25 years?
Yeah.
You know those bits, Chris, that are right in front of you on the bumper? I first saw those and thought, oh, it's got some scratches on it. It's actually cobwebs.
Yeah, look, yeah.
Shall I
Do you know what? I bet that'll clean up. I think we should knock it off, check the coolant, check the oil.
Do you want to drive it in and we get that battery on a proper charge?
We'll see if it's got any brakes.
Yeah.
It's not, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
just make sure it's all right.
The battery looks brand new,
Shall I give you that?
but it's flat as a pancake. So, oh, it did open. I thought that had locked. What are you going to do? Bring it in and...
Well, I've got one on the lift, but I'm nearly finished with it. So we could put it straight in the workshop in a minute.
Or do it outside, yeah.
We'll
Don't stall it.
Outside. Brakes are all right. So I'll just give it a little go up.
Yeah, that sounds nice. I can't believe how well that sounds. Someone's going to be owning this by the end of the video, I think. God, don't that sound nice? I was not expecting that at all.
Brakes are all right, mate.
Mate, that sounds lovely.
Isn't it?
Bring it in, let's charge the battery, let's check the fluids. I'm getting this cleaned and road testing it.
Someone's going to say we should have done all that first, really.
Oh no,
We're
I did just say
terrible,
that. I couldn't help it.
I know.
Because I locked it, I was like, what have I done?
We're terrible.
Let's get it in. Of course, guys, I checked it out using Car Vertical, and you can see for such an old car, odometer all clear, financial and legal all clear, and damaged all clear, which is lovely, isn't it? Especially on a car of this age. You would expect it to have had a bit of action. Scroll in a little bit further in the check. Of course, you've got, is your vehicle currently wanted? Is it currently recorded as stolen or reported as stolen? And of course, the police databases for the vehicle stolen check was completed in Romania, United Kingdom and the Czech Republic. You got your odometer there and the last known mileage, but I am going to actually skip straight down to timeline, one of my most favourite parts. And on an older car like this, you can see there's 23 records found, and what you will find is this will be ownership changes, first registration, all of your inspections, including all of the failures that it's ever had on MOT. So you can see there, failed technical inspection, and you scroll down, gives you everything it failed on and everything it advised on. I do know that this has had a couple of other failures as well, so if we scroll a bit further down, see an ownership change, there's another failure there. So offside rear coil spring fractured or broken, front brake pipe excessively corroded. Everything you need to know about this car you're going to find in one place. That is Car Vertical. You're going to find out everything you need to know, and also by using that little code that's been displayed up on screen throughout this check, you're going to get a nice little discount off your check as well. Go into the odometer, like I said, 82,000 miles, and then you've got your graph here of how much it's actually gone up since its first MOT all the way through to its current one at the moment. Don't forget, hit that link in the description. It'll automatically divert you to Car Vertical and include that discount. So with Chris giving it a little thrashing at the yard, I suppose we better change the battery and check the oil. Chris quickly checks the oil there and establishes that the oil's actually in fact like new and recently been done. It was bang on the maximum, as was the water, but the battery was toast, even though it looks quite new. So we got the battery swapped out and now it's on the button. Well, we're working for now and not tomorrow because it's nearly the weekend. So we have just fitted that nice new battery, and we're not going to tell you where we got it from, but I didn't go around the motor factors and grab one.
No, and you've got a battery in that.
I've put a battery in that. See if that actually works now.
What, am I locking?
Yeah, lock it.
Yeah.
I heard it go. Unlock?
Yeah.
Yes. Hopefully when you get in it...
I have...
the indicators are not going on.
I've done the fluids.
Yeah, I've mentioned that on the time
lapse.
So nice... Yeah, indicators are not going. That's the alarm sorted. Lovely.
Lovely.
What's next?
I think we need to take it and get a thumbnail before you take it and get it washed.
Let's do that. Let's do it.
Yeah, you're giving the game away now.
Where are you possibly going? Such a cool looking car now. Now I've just driven this down to the car wash, and I'm going to say I'm a bit shocked. I'm more shocked that I haven't actually had one of these cars in the past, but that just shocked me, just how much power and grunt this car's got. I was not expecting it at all. It was in the second gear, I put my foot down and I was like, wow, where did that come from? I genuinely didn't realise that these were actually that quick. Let's get it cleaned, head back to the yard. I'm going to get Chris to jump in here. We're going to take this out for a road test. So of course we're at Key Street Car Wash. They are mega busy here today. Must be something in the air, and it's that sunshine. Everyone is getting their car cleaned. So you can see they was actually washing 2 cars at a time there. They put the pre-wash on it, rinsed it off, give it a good shampoo, and it's come up really nice.
Sounds alright, Rob, doesn't it?
They do get up and go, don't they?
Yeah.
I was shocked when I went to the car wash. That's it. Can't go fast anymore. It definitely does the speed limit, I'm going to say that.
Yeah. Very, I mean...
Even with them wheel spacers, it's not affecting it. It's driving nice.
No. Luckily, it was only abandoned 6 months ago.
Yeah.
So, it hasn't been laid up too long, has it?
No. Honestly, mate, there's not a lot wrong with this at all. I have only just had the outside washed. I didn't bother doing the inside because it's already quite nice, and I think we already discussed it a little bit earlier. We don't know exactly. Well, I've got a little bit of a plan that we'll disclose a little bit later on, but let's go back the other way. Every time we do this bit of road, everyone says, I recognise that.
Yeah.
That's the old Sheppy way. We used to holiday in Laysdown. People still do holiday in Laysdown.
Yeah, and this bit of road that we often use was on Top Gear once, wasn't it?
It was.
Was it a Mustang? Richard Hammond, I think he test drove a Mustang along here.
It does just sounds lovely,
Sounds
Chris,
beautiful,
doesn't it?
doesn't it?
Shall I drop you off and drive past you?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do that. We ain't done that for a while.
No, why not?
Is here all right?
Yeah, good as anywhere, isn't it?
Break any records with profit, but I wish they was all like that.
Yes, yeah, I mean...
In the workshop.
What a little gem.
Out the workshop.
Yeah.
It is, but now we've had it washed, of course, a wash always does reveal quite a few little, if it's got anything.
Yeah.
I did notice that as soon as it arrived, it's got a cap missing off the side skirt there,
yeah, it's
which
a shame.
is probably really hard to get now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or not, I don't know, I haven't looked. They're just watermarks, Chris, and then if you come round...
Yeah, I can see that bit on the arch.
It's got a bit of a scab there. The bumper wants realigning. It looks like it just wants shoving forward slightly, but you can see there is a little bit of an imperfection there, so it's probably like touched a garage wall or something like that and wants sorting out. And then when you come around this side, exactly the same.
Yeah.
I don't know, is that a common issue, guys? Tell us in the comments. And then in this door in particular, I noticed it, at the car wash. Can you see that? I mean, it's so shiny. It's black now. It's so shiny.
Yes.
There's one there, and there's an even worse one.
There is, yeah.
Let's try and get a bit closer to it.
I don't think it's bad though for the age of the car, do you? Do you really?
I don't know if that'd wet flat off. And there's a few little chips and nicks around the car, but no, the centre caps are missing.
Yeah.
The brake pads are painted, aren't they? And there's a fair few. I did notice. I mean, again, they're watermarks, but there's a fair few stone chips, and they always stick out on a black car, don't they? The discs all cleaned up.
They
all
are
right,
cleaning up well, aren't they?
Yeah, with a little drive.
Yeah.
And again, the back ones also, so they're all.
And how long MOT's it got?
Oh, I'd have to look it up. I'll include a little picture now. So, yeah, a bit of MOT, but I just don't want to get involved in. Well, I'll explain why in a minute, but look at that inside. I haven't had it cleaned in there, it was just an outside clean. And I think for a 19-year-old car,
yeah, electric seats,
it's doing
heated
well.
seats.
Yeah. I'll have to put the code in the radio, but apart from that,
yeah, nice.
What a little
nice
peach.
little find.
Yeah.
Quick turnaround.
And it is straight, Chris, isn't it? For what
yeah,
it is,
I think so.
It's very straight.
Yeah. And
Right.
drives lovely.
Just quickly,
Yes.
I only saw it on your Instagram yesterday.
Yep.
And I, believe it or not, I always have a quick look at your Instagram when you put stuff on there.
Yep.
And I see all the comments on there, and we never put it in the video.
I think we have. I don't know.
Yeah, but not everyone follows you. Would you mind just quickly?
I don't know what video it was you came and found me in, didn't you?
Yeah, but Chris, you're always doing something different.
Yeah.
You always got something on the go. So the last couple of weeks,
Yeah.
Chris has had Dan and Kieran here putting a roof between these two containers. Previously, it was that one. So
Yes.
another bit of a lean-to.
Yep.
I thought Chris was building me an outside area, so I was out in the rain.
This is going to be primarily a sandblast area.
Right.
Really, but only sandblasting my own stuff, really.
Of course.
Obviously, when it's not being used for that, it is additional undercover storage, which I'm always short of. And that container, which has been there for years, I had this steel security door.
Yeah, I did chuck that in the last video.
And I didn't have a frame. So I've made a frame, put that in, going to put a mesh up there, let that vent. And I've dug this out, and I'm going to, because this slab that's been here for ages, not quite big enough. So I'm going to extend that out because I'm going to use like a recyclable medium for the sandblasting.
So you can sweep it up and go again.
So you want to sweep it up, so you don't want all these rough edges around it. No. So I shall have, I shall concrete those in, probably put a couple of lights up, a couple of power points, but I've also put this in here, which I don't know how well it'll show up on. Yeah, it's quite light, isn't it, on your camera? So if you...
It won't, Chris, it won't come in. As soon as I go in there, it'll go jet black.
Will it?
Yeah.
No, you can see it.
Compressor.
Yeah, see the compressor.
Yeah.
So I've had that in storage for about, I don't know how many years.
Did that come out the back of a van?
No, we did. You bought it actually before we was ever working together, and you said to me, need a few jobs done on it. If you do the jobs, you can have the compressor out the back.
That's right.
And that's what we did. So
God, your memory is impeccable.
I took all the racking out and done a few little bits and bobs on it.
Yeah, you did.
And then
you're right.
Yeah. So
God, your memory, Chris. Honestly.
So that's 20. I don't know if it's 24 or 28 CFM. It's got a triple compressor on it, 10 horsepower. So it's a lot bigger than what we have in the workshop. So
you're going to fit an outlet, obviously.
Yeah, to and buy one of those sandblast units that you keep shoveling it in the top, like a hopper version, you know. And it's not going to be a professional setup, but good enough for what I want. I've got various bits, as you know, that have been kicking around for years.
So I just noticed standing here, it's actually 18 degrees out there today. It's nice and cool here.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
It's quite nice.
Not bad, is it? So, but one of the first things that go in here will be the HA Viva on the rotisserie.
I'm going to cut that bit out now. I'm going to cut it out because everyone's going to say, where's that Viva next week?
It will. Well, it won't be next week, but it will be this year.
Yeah.
Because I can put that in here on the rotisserie, put it on its side, sandblast the underside of it, do the little bits of welding, and I can do all the prep and paint of the underside of the body shell all under here.
Yeah.
So that's the idea anyway.
Well, mate,
Yeah.
we'll see it when it's all done.
Yeah.
Let's go and crunch these really hard numbers on the Mondeo. So, the Mondeo, where did it come from? When I went and bought the Range Rover Sport, that was in the guy's garden. And I said, what are you doing with that? He said, I'm going to let it go and I'll let you know how much I want for it, Rob. And he emailed me yesterday, didn't he? And said, I've had to think about it. I want 1,500 quid for it. It's been sat there for months. It's going to need stuff doing, possibly. It's going to need a battery. It could need anything. If you want to take a chance, 1,500 quid. Or I'm going to put a battery on it. I'm going to re-MOT it, and it's 2.5 or 3 grand. And I said, we'll have it. Then I come in and told Chris that we'd bought it. Then I rang Ricky, and Ricky went straight up there and got it and dropped it back here this morning. So we give 1,500 quid for it, and Ricky £200 to go and collect it. So if anyone needs recovery, his phone number was on that truck, and he does all of the southeast. And we have spent the grand total of stealing a battery off of Chris's Passat estate car
And
for
a wash.
10 minutes and a wash.
And a key battery.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the grand total of
The
it.
grand total is £1,530.
1,700.
17, sorry, I'm miles away, aren't I?
yeah.
Getting excited, it's nearly the weekend. So, this is going to, some people are going to hate this, but we want 2.5 grand for that car. And if no one wants to give 2.5 grand for it, I'm going to have the time of my life driving that round Brands Hatch.
You've been looking for something for a while.
I will use that as a
few of your
track
mates,
Yeah.
it's
They've
become
got
a bit
'em.
of a regular thing once a year, hasn't
It
it?
has. But I actually really, really believe, I've never been a fan of Mondeos. I've said that from the start of the video. But that's too good to race around a track and ruin. It is, really. But if no one wants to pay 2.5 grand for it, that's exactly what I'm going to do with it.
Yeah.
I am going to advertise that on Instagram. You're watching this Sunday, on Tuesday. Remind us, mate, would you? It will be after 6 p.m. I'm going to advertise it on there, and if one of you want to buy it, it is going to be as is, where it is. We're not sticking an additional MOT on it. We're not removing them wheel spacers. We're not going to do any more to it. Chris dipped the oil earlier. It's like brand new. It's recently been serviced. Yeah. It's now got a brand new battery on it. It is good to get in, tax, and off you go.
Yeah.
And what a lovely sounding car for that money.
Yeah.
So that is going to be the end of today's video, the end of the series on the Ford Mondeo. If you did enjoy it, give us that thumbs up. Sorry, Chris did briefly say earlier, well, it was a lot less work than the last
Abandoned Ford.
we've done.
Which we could link that, couldn't we?
You can link it. I think it's done
that.
over 1 million views,
Yes.
that car.
How long ago was that, Rob? 3 or 4 years, probably?
It
4
was,
years.
and the thumbnail, I mean, I'll hold my hands up. I didn't even take it. A bloke sent me a picture and said, do you want to buy this? And that was the thumbnail.
Yes.
And it was in the woods with no windows, full to the roof lining with beer cans.
Yes, but a silly low mileage.
19,000
Yes,
diesel.
yes.
Yeah, unbelievable. Anyway, I'm starting to waffle on now. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. This sunshine really does put a smile on your face. Don't forget, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you want your chance to buy one of these cars or sell us yours, you need to be following me on Instagram at Salvage Rebuilds. The links for all of our other socials are in the description down below. And we'll look forward to seeing you all very, very soon in the next one.
No joke.
No joke.